Christopher Jolivet.
It can be verbal, it can be physical, and yet I never know when it's going to show up. I fortunately haven't had your situation. I haven't had to live through your situation, and I don't think I've had to live through any of my peer situations, which makes my experience a little bit different. I've seen it on the television. I've seen school shootings. I've seen people dying in the streets for, 17 years now? Not literally, but almost 17 years now. Violence isn't so much a thing as it is an entity. And it's something that we have to cope with. We have to cope with every day.
Woodlawn High School, Stephen Crenshaw.
Adequate resources should not be only in the community that we have to drive 30 minutes to get to, an hour to get to. Adequate resources should be within our community that we can go over right around the block. This is what we need, how can we get it? And it shouldn't be all the times free. It should be knowledge, education, good health, a degree. Adequate resources within the schools, as in a mentor, role model, a person that can develop you, a person that you can speak to. I would say a lot of this has to go back to our school counselors. Just let the counselors be the counselors.
Winona High School, Eric McConical.
As I was saying previously about how we should have more mental health classes and help within the schools, I feel like as if we'll just take the time out of the day to help the students, it would be better. Because like when somebody dies, we'll have degrees counselors. They'll be there for maybe a few days, maybe weeks, but the person is gone for life. You got to deal with it for life. So I feel like if we have better stress relief methods at school, it would impact the students better.
Minor High School, Jeremiah Lee Scott.
They're my line brother because of gun violence, and I'm in a high school Greek organization or whatever, so we all came together. We was happy to see each other for a long time. We were sticking together. But I said that to say that don't let something violent happen for us to all come together.
A really neat story from a CBS 42 News viewer. Michael Streety is a board member at the Inslee Tennis Center. He told me about a group of youngsters who have left a good impression on neighbors in that area. This past weekend, I found out why.
Hey, bro! Yo!
Keyshawn Pollock and his high school fraternity brothers gather every Saturday at Birmingham's Inslee Park. The members of Nu Kappa Lambda practice here for upcoming competition.
It's very helpful. It keeps kids out the street for the community, and we have great leadership, and it teaches you a lot as a young man.
These high school fraternities model their step routines after national college fraternities such as Omegas, Kappas, Alphas, and Sigmas. They're not tied to them, but inspired by them. That's why they step or stroll.
It's a form of smooth stepping, you feel me? You just gotta feel it. If you don't feel it, then you can't stroll.
History-wise, they say 11 students at Jackson Olin High School founded Nu Kappa Lambda in 1974. Stepping is fun, but the main reason they join is the brotherhood.
It's a bonding experience that you would like to have in your life.
It's really important to me because it had a big influence on my life. It just brought me out, made me a lot more confident.
Drawing confidence from the community support they get, these high schoolers also learn that stepping mirrors other aspects of life, in that it takes practice to make perfect.
Blood, sweat, and tears is hard. It's a process.
Yeah, there are 58 members of Nu Kappa Lambda. They tell me they're performing this coming Saturday, 7 p.m. at Daniel Payne School. So really good to hear from the community to get that story about those young men doing positive things over in Inslee Park.
When are they for Saturday, 7 p.m.? It would be awesome to get out there and see them.
It would be.
Don't let something violent happen for us to all come together. And for instance, like, it's February, it's Black History Month. Let's not make, oh, it's February, we're gonna teach our kids about our history. Let's teach each other about our history the whole year, all right? So that being said, let's all just stick together. Don't let nothing happen bad for us just to stick together. Let's always stick together, all right?
From Hueytown High School, and she's a sophomore, Destiny Zinner.
I feel as though if we talk more about it and let it be heard, not for 1 month and not for 1 day. We so often let these things happen 1 day, but let these things like this happen so little that it affects how we go on in the world. We can talk about it, like I keep saying, we can talk about it, but let's be about it.
From A.H. Parker High School, he is a senior, Mr. Omarion Fowler.
I feel as if more people like you take the time to talk to us, hear us, and set up things like this, things change from us.
Okay. From A.H. Parker High School, another senior, Jedediah Price.
I feel as though we, the high schools, need counseling, free counseling inside the school, and provided for those that want to speak up about the violence, and for those that do not have a perfect, well, not perfect, not everyone's perfect, but a good role model at home.
It kind of hurts, like when you're going through something. Yeah, you don't have the other races back, but when you don't have like support from your own people, it kind of like make you think, dang, I don't have support of my own people. So let's just support each other. Let's love on each other. And like I said, I'm not trying to offend nobody about what religion y'all have, but let's teach more about God in our community, because God plays, like I said, God plays a big role. And I'm glad, like, my parents, they put me in the church personally, I'm in organizations, and I ain't always been like this, y'all. But I came a long way, and I thank God. God has been like my biggest support. Let's also, to help our community, let's also have teachers that care about the kids. Because a lot of teachers just go into their jobs just to clock in, just to make their money. When I was younger, and I had some teachers in high school that genuinely cared about me, but like, it felt like when I was younger, you had them teachers that really genuinely cared about you. Jeremiah, why you doing this? Jeremiah, why you got your hands on? Jeremiah, you look good. Let's support each other, especially in education. Teachers play a big role in that too. Because you don't want somebody, like you said, you go to school 5 days a week, 40 hours out the week. You don't want to keep seeing that person that shoot your ideas down, talk bad about you every day. You see me more than my parents do. So let's support each other. Let's have more skin color representation of my skin color. Like I said, let's support each other. That's all we can do. Pray, support, real life.